What's up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, my hair is a mess, but that's no different than usual. But today we're going to be reviewing Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. So I know it's been a while since I reviewed the final chapter, and I've been meaning to get back around to the Friday the 13th franchise, and eventually starting the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Because, I'm trying to get all the big ones. All the big franchises that I really like out there. So, this movie is definitely, I'm indecisive with it. So, the killer isn't Jason. Because then this movie's kind of a who is the killer murder mystery type thing. With a very different tone for a lot of it. And a lot of the there are barely any remarkable kills in this movie. The kills are, and it's very sleazy and the nudity, and it lingers on some nude shots for way too long. And some of it just seems why, why are you lingering on this for so long? It's really odd to me. And it's pointless. Sometimes there's nudity where it makes sense for I don't remember what movie it was. I talked about it a while ago, where it made sense for the nudity in that movie. I don't remember what movie it was, but then I hear some of these shots feel really unnecessary. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense to have that stuff in the Friday the 13th movie, which it's kind of become synonymous with the Friday the 13th franchise. But the fact that it lingers on some of the shots for way too long, uncomfortably long, especially it's just. And plus, the director, from what my understanding is, he wanted those scenes. He cared more about that than the kills. And I'm that shouldn't be the priority when it comes to a Friday the 13th or any slasher. That should not be the priority. You're not making a porno. You're making a horror movie. That's just legit, how that should be. But I'm not going to bugger that down and everything. But the movie itself, surprisingly, even though there's no Jason, and like I said, the kills aren't the best, they're very lackluster and leave much to be wanted. It's not really as bad as I was expecting going into it. I remember this. You kind of get more. This is kind of a little more unique. I know in the last movie we weren't really with a summer camp, but it felt still kind of. This is clearly not a summer camp, and you can tell it isn't, because also throwing in a kid character in this also mixes things up. And I can't really tell you much about most of these characters. I know the final girl in the movie. I cannot tell you a thing about her. I can tell you more about some of the other characters than I can about her. I can tell you more about some characters that have one scene than I can about her, and that's not good. That I can't really tell you anything about this character, and she's our final girl. I don't understand. I really don't. But it really just didn't sit well with me with some of that. And this being one of the weaker movies in the franchise, even though there are some fun moments and I am enjoying it. And also, not the opening kills, but a kill that happens in the movie that's kind of our first actual kill, because the first kill, it comes out of nowhere and whoa, wasn't expecting that. And it was actually surprisingly interesting to see that they were going with that. The movie, though, I still say is buggered down by the lackluster kills, the uninteresting. There's not even any characters like you're on my nerves and I want to see you die. Like you're not. There's nothing like so. There's nothing really satisfying about the movie. Like, and that really is a problem for me. But the thing is, I still enjoyed watching this one because even though it's not Jason, he's still kind of scary in this movie. Not as scary as he has been in some of the other ones. Like in the last one, like Jason was pretty darn scary in the last one. But in this one, it's just I don't even really know. But I don't really know. This movie has a 18% on Rotten Tomatoes from critics, and it has a 26 from audiences, which it is not one of. It is definitely it's more variety in the movie because like there's some stuff that's in the movie that's improvised, and you can definitely tell, but not in a bad way. And all the little side characters in this, you kind of enjoy when they're on screen because they're so random. Like, you enjoy them because they're so random, and it doesn't make a lot of sense for them to be there, and, like, why are we just throwing these characters out of the blue? Like, they're so random, and, like, a lot of these characters, like, are pretty interesting, even though, like, a lot of them, like get sidelined, which I really could have liked a little more from some of the characters, but obviously, it's a slasher, we're not going to get that, really. And even though, like, I don't feel like the movie... I'm leaving out the big elephant in the room. Tommy Doyle, it returns in this movie. Tommy Doyle? Wait. Tommy Doyle, right? Wait. Make sure I... Wait. Tommy Jarvis. Tommy Doyle is from Halloween. Sorry, Tommy Jarvis. Sorry, I don't know. I was all mixed up. Tommy Jarvis, though, like, you kind of forget he's in it at one point. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, he's a character. And, like, a character that was pretty substantial in the last movie and kind of important there because he's the one that freaking killed Jason. I think he gets more to do in the next one, but this one is definitely different in this is really over crazy, but also the whodunit situation is like kind of like feels like haphazard and like, oh, we did it this way because we didn't know where to go with it. That's what it feels like. I don't think that's what they were going for, but that's what it felt like. It's like, we don't know where to go with this, so we're gonna do this. Because you can tell like subtle glances from the character. I was like, okay, this guy is the killer. Why don't you go back and watch the movie again? And you're like, okay, you're the killer. I see these little hints, but like they're not really, like they don't really build up the whodunit aspect very well. And I thought that's what they're trying to go for. And honestly, the fans did not like when this movie came out. They did not like the killer not being Jason, and that's why this movie wound up not doing so well review wise. But this is a very, very interesting horror flick, and but it's different, but it's like still like, I wouldn't say it's the worst, but I would probably just be on the safe side and just flop it down at a solid 3 out of 5. Just to be safe, put it at a 3 out of 5. I think would be a nice spot for it, just because I had so much fun with it. I wouldn't necessarily say it was good, but I definitely wouldn't say it was bad. But I had fun with it, and it's definitely one where they shake up the formula just a little bit, not much, just a little. But it works, and I feel like it's what you want from a Friday the 13th film. Besides, like, obviously you want Jason in a Friday the 13th movie, but I'll get around to the next one. I think it's Jason Lives. I think Jason Lives is the next one. I'll get around to it. I'll get around to it. I just don't know when. I'm not gonna like say like I'm going to jump on it right away. I'm not going to lie to you guys and say I'm going to jump right on this. But what do you guys think of Friday the 13th, A New Beginning? I'd love to know what you guys think of this film because it is a lot of fun. What the heck was that? I was unsure about that for a second. It was a lot of fun, but definitely had its flaws. And definitely is just another Friday the 13th. But a little stronger because it tries new things, but also a little weaker in other points. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And I will see you guys in the next one. And also keep out for the rest of the Wrong Turn series. Bye!